very normal.
Yeah, I love normal. All I do is normal. It's showing up for D&D like this. Corina said she was going to be when I saw her outside, but...
Yeah, I just buzzed her in, because she, you know,
Did
she
the right
did
thing?
the non-normal thing. But
Good to
how
see you.
what you doing? Thanks so much for coming over to play some D&D in the place.
No worries, man. Love a casual Saturday.
Morgan's over in the office somewhere. Hey, Morgan.
Hello, Morgan.
Yeah.
She's the best.
So, what characters did you guys bring along for our adventure today?
Oh, Michael, I was so excited to come play your campaign today. I brought a brand new character to the table. Her name is Desdemona Cerestra. She is an Eladrin druid, and of course an Eladrin is a very magical elf from the Feywild. In Desdemona's case, or you can call her Desi or Des, whatever's good, she has actually lived her entire life on an island in the Feywild with her family. They're a life cult.
Oh.
So very, very into, nature and life and growing up. But recently, she actually moved out, not on her own, but was an arranged marriage that was more like a sacrifice. And was actually sent to live with the Lord of the Death cult. And so she's kind of half running that joint now.
Also very normal things. All normal.
All I do is normal stuff.
Everybody does it.
I know that feeling.
Speaking of Corina, who is this very normal character you brought to the table?
Yeah, so this is Gurk, spelled G-R-K.
Oh,
of course. And it is a monster of some sort.
Is fuzzy.
Fuzzy,
So
very fuzzy. And it's got a class as well, probably. It might be Barbarian. Who knows? It's a bit of a mystery. And that's sort of Gurk's whole deal, is that he doesn't really have a family. He's never really seen another creature out there in the world like him, so he's kind of off to try to figure out where he belongs amidst all of this. Oh, he also doesn't speak common. I'm sorry, come again? He understands common.
Oh, but
He actually understands all languages.
this is all incredibly normal.
No.
All parties involved, every
What an easy party to DM for, Michael!
This is great. We've got a fantastic creature looking for family. We've got a life cult escapee, learn about death.
In the world for the first time. What's death? What's these people? Material plane? I don't know.
Great. I think we'll be able to address all of these things as we dive into our game of yegDND. We open with the light of the moon shining down on rows upon rows of ornate tombstones. We are in the gray plains of rigor, miles upon miles of cemetery. We've got tombs, sepulchres, mausoleums, graves, barrows, everything piled up as far as the eye can see. And somewhere hidden amongst this massive mortuary is a building called the Library of the Veil. A library is normally a place you go to find knowledge. The Library of the Veil is the place knowledge goes to die. In amongst all of the tombstones lining the paths of the Great Plains here, our two heroes, Desdemona and Gurk, are making their way in search of the Library of the Veil to find information for themselves. Unfortunately, at this stage in their journey moving through the graveyard, they're not alone. They're being badgered by a pair of giant bats.
Can't you be well enough alone? So rude, we are trying to get somewhere. They didn't listen to our instructions the first time. They were rude enough to interrupt us the second time, and now the third time is just too much. I need to fight them.
We're going to jump in really early to our first fight call. Who would like to roll for our heroes? Here you are. Just one moment. Who wants to roll for the giant bats? All right, two head-to-head in the front row. I just roll on stage here. 2, 1, go. All right, so that is a 7 for our giant bats, and ooh, yeah, 3. Oh, never mind, bumped into it. A 7 for giant bats, and a 17 for our hero.
Moonbeam! outdated, but if we follow it that way, is there the mist out there? That hard fog? That like really strange solid line of fog that doesn't seem to spread anywhere else, but just like stays right there?
Yes, filtered out by the moonlight, they see this impenetrable wall of thick mist. As they make their way toward it, they can see peering out in the center of it a large columned structure with an open doorway leading down to a set of deep, steep stairs.
The air smells so musty. It's like sorry. I think I'm allergic to the mold of death. It's a bad decision to have in my current line of work, but after you, I suppose. Oh!
Desdemona follows after Kirk, rolling down the stairs, as one does. It's normal! As they continue downward, we actually see the opening in the grand foyer of the Library of the Vale. Huge coffered ceilings and dome shape down below the rest of this graveyard. Books line the walls all around as the foyer splits off into 3 main wings of the library. And busying themselves at the books along the wall is an acolyte of the Vale, a disciple, if you will, named Dewey. Dewey Disciple.
It's a library. What are you doing?
Coming to look for information.
Oh.
It's a library.
Oh. Well, I'm Dewey.
Desdemona.
Des.
Lovely to meet you. Now, I spoke to my husband, and he told me that this is the place that knowledge goes to die.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a death permit, so I'm allowed to see the undying knowledge. You can look it over. There's a seal.
Oh, you?
And if you don't believe me, there's the ring, so...
Okay, it feels like you're bragging about your marriage right now. Dewey just lives alone and has no one to do except for his books.
Oh, well, Gurk lives alone too, don't you, Gurk?
Do you, Gurk? My, you're an interesting specimen.
And so clever and so nice. Maybe you could get married.
We just met.
That worked out for me.
Okay. Well, it says here that you're looking for a book that was forgotten.
Yes.
The answer to death.
Yes. And we figured where better to go than the Dead Knowledge Library.
Yes, books here are hard to find with everything that you need because as information does come here to die, so does its ability to be found. It seems like your friend is quite an astute observer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, look at those big eyes it has.
Kirk is going to be making a perception check? A perception check! Now, where in this grand library they can find the information they're looking for. Who would like to roll Gurk's perception check?
Me.
Okay. Come on up. Run on up. Let's roll onto the stage there. Gurk with their finely tuned sentence. Another 17! Woo! You're able to figure out where to go in their first lead toward this knowledge in the library.
You may need to look high and low. There's corridors and staircases and ladders you must climb. And it's right behind me. It's right here. It's right here.
Look at it. Do you hear that the humming got louder when you shook it and bit it.
You want my books here?
Is this not calling to you?
The book that they found, is no normal book. It's a tome made out of stone. A holy obsidian book carved and chiseled. It will act for them as more of a key if they find its home within the library.
Oh, so you just hadn't shelved it yet? You didn't want to look where you hadn't shelved it? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, it's a secret. We're also an escape room. So you use that to open the door, and then the actual tome is inside, and you get to read all of your heart's desires. You just have to find the grand library Lord Dern.
Lord Dern?
Yes, yes. I mean, I am just a humble cultist of this library, but he is our Grand Inquisitor. He's a big boy, yes. He's not that strong. Yeah, he's very gangly. He's not really like, doing CrossFit.
I mean, if they're all made of stone like this, I feel like you get quite a workout here.
It does. It hurts your back and neck, and then you get a little scoliosis, and it's look just like him.
That's why I gave it to Gert. Lead the way, my friend, and thank you so much. Thank you.
I feel patronized a little.
With that, our heroes leave Dewey the Disciple and head off down, I guess it is the western wing, into the library of the Vale. We're now going to jump, not with our heroes, but somewhere further into the depths of the library, to see the Grand Inquisitor of the library himself, Lord Dern. Dern is a very pale moon elf.
Gangly.
Gangly doesn't do a lot of CrossFit.
Not strong.
But he's
Big.
He sits down in his inquisitorial office, gazing into a crystal ball upon his desk. Without our heroes knowing, they are being observed. Anything that enters the library has the potential to become a part of the collection.
Oh, interesting. Oh, she's incredibly enchanting and rather friendly, but that creature she's with, Cerestra, what manner of creature is following this elf?
It's just Billy. So he's in the pit, picking on the bones.
Yes, well, I was hoping to find out precisely the nature of that creature.
Oh, yeah! I was just coming down here to tell you about it. It's this hairy thing with a back.
I can see that it's hairy and has a back. I want to know. Bring me the manual of all the monsters. Bring me all the details of these creatures. I want to know what it is I'm dealing with.
Get the monster manual.
Keep climbing. Higher.
Oh, my legs!
Looks like a rather heavy book.
It's it's made of stone.
And you're very high up on that ladder. Trust falls just like we practiced. See, we look out for each other in the death calls.
Yes, we do.
Next time I call for Cerestra, send them.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing under furry. There's nothing under back. Damn it, all this creature doesn't seem to be in any of the tomes, any of the monster manuals, damn it!
Oh,
Wow, that was a far slap! Oh, threw a book at you! And I will slap you for not getting that!
well,
Perhaps I will just have to inspect this creature for myself. Update the entry, as it were. Some taxidermy might be in order.
ooh.
Some haruspexing. That's when you pull. We all know, but we'll just get a quick definition of haruspex. When you pull the entrails out of a creature to tell its fortune. Haruspex. It's here in the dictionary.
This was a hard way to read
let the elf get lost in the catacombs. I'm sure she'll find her way.
Maybe we should put her on a tour.
Oh, yes, the grand tour.
Yes, with Jeff.
Yeah.
Yes. I will find him.
Excellent.
Goodbye, sir.
Put the book away.
Oh, God.
As Dewey begins to descend to return the book, you now go back to a higher level of the library, following our two heroes as they enter their first wing of the Library of the Veil. This room is again filled with bookcases, this time all leather-lined journals. We see floating amidst the air a couple of magical candles that seem to be not sitting on shelves, not in any holders or anything, just floating about in the room. But as they come in through the one door, a bookcase closes in behind them, and there does not seem to be another exit from this room.
Well, I suppose this must be the room we have to escape from. And you, thank you. Okay, I'll open it and perhaps it'll give us the first key. Oh! It does take up an awful lot of space, Kirk. Yes, good work.
The obsidian book seems to have opened and unfolded into a large structure within this room. In fact, it seems perfectly fit within this library room, with certain pillars extending and slotting themselves into shelves, this way and that, forming almost a jungle gym of sorts.
Well, Kirk, I'll climb to the top and then you head to the bottom and maybe we can find our way inside the whole thing. Okay, I'll go that way.
You said you want to climb upward? I think for that I'm going to need an athletics check for Desdemona. Who would like to roll that? Anyone up here? Yes, excellent. Ooh, a 19 for Desdemona's athletics check to climb.
Well, you know, Kirk, I'm sure I've told you before, on the island I grew up with a lot of siblings and spent a lot of time climbing trees. So much that I actually chose a squirrel as my wild shape, so
Desdemona's tiny furry form makes short work of all the different beams and pillars, climbing higher and higher, running throughout this black obsidian structure.
Did you find the bottom? Now get inside! Okay.
Kirk pushes and pushes. And eventually, the time squeezes into a small cranny at the bottom of the structure and disappears down a chute. Desdemona, you're still up on the top of this platform here. Get up there.
Get away! Dungeon Master!
Get up, yeah, I am. Right, I am.
Right, Tom?
Appearing beside Desdemona,
Ooh.
there seems to be some trickery of the light playing out here. From the candles that were floating before, they're casting what seems to be a large silvery shadow on the wall up near the top of this room full of books. As Desdemona moves, so too does the shadow. They mirror each other. As Desdemona tests even weirder and weirder things to do. Oh, there's one leg, There's like a little jump. There's a little, While they're spinning. Does Desdemona know a time step? I know Shanni knows a time step.
Does Desdemona know a time step here? No, she doesn't.
Okay,
No, not up here she doesn't. If you send her to the ground, she could do whatever, but
That's all right.
this is small.
This is I'm going to figure out, Desdemona, you are face to face with a shadow.
My own?
Yes, but not the one that you've grown familiar with.
A new shadow?
Yeah. And with that, we're going to cut away. Kirk went into a tube. And lands plop down into. The room that Burke has landed in seems far less polished than the rest of the library. Here we've sort of crossed the blurred line between library and catacomb. Here in the dank depths, the crumbling stone walls seem in shambles all around. This room has, some real pointy ones too. There's a bunch of chains dangling from the walls. Old rattled cages lie in shambles around. And the sounds of heavy footsteps approach. The footsteps of Scarlax. I had to check on the name. I didn't make it up. Scarlax, a two-headed ogre. The library's specimen preparator.
Fancy! Yeah! Look at those big ears! We got big ears?
Yeah, we do. What is this, some ear measuring contest?
You would look good on a wall! We're gonna put your head on a mantle with the fireplace and a nice couch so we can read books.
Yeah, we read a lot of books. We work in library.
Yes. We read together out loud, one word at a time. For example, there
Once
was
a
little
boy
named
Penny.
and
He
loved
to
eat.
onions.
Yeah!
That's
Great!
As riveting as the little story was, I think Gurk is looking for a fight. Who here would like to roll for Scarlax? Scarlax! The two-headed ogre preparator. Yes, come on up. And we'll also need someone here to roll for Gurk in this fight. If anyone wants to go for Gurk. Any takers? Yes, excellent. Oh, we could sort of give it a nice roll into the center there, sorry. Perfect. That is, we have a 10 and a 2 for Gurk.
Oh, big feet!
play with food a little.
I want an ear. I got hair. Fight some little thing.
Skin absorbs a lot of these bows, all the fur. But the ogre manages to take up Gurk and bring them further away to a small cave. We've joined our heroes down in the Great Plains of Rigor at the Library of the Vale. Desdemona and Gurk were both going there to find knowledge of a sort. Desdemona wanted to learn more about death and what that meant, now that she's married to a death lord. Things you want to learn about someone you're married to. Gurk came here in search of information about So about Gurk, about what a Gurk is, Gurk's family, where does a Gurk come from? And as they went down, they met Dewey the disciple, found out all about his systems in a library, and they were given an obsidian tome, which was told to be the key to the knowledge they were seeking. As they went further into the library, they found they were being observed, or actually they haven't learned yet. They're being observed by Lord Durn, the library's inquisitor, who is looking to try and make Gurk a part of the collection. At this point, Gurk was separated, and it's looking like Gurk may end up in that collection at this point. I don't know, I was giving spoilers. And we have also left Ez at the top of the structure built by the Black Tome, facing off against a shadow. And I think that's where we're going to jump right back to.
And so I said to my sister, well, of course you're not going to go. I never liked someone to talk to. I wish you could speak to me, man. It would be so great to hear your story. I told you so much of mine, but it would just be so fun if we could be best friends. And instead of this tour just being standing here and me talking to you and you not being able to talk to me, it would be so nice to hear about you. I've never had a new shadow before. I'm so happy to see you. This is such a pretty color. Like, black is really not my color. I've had to get used to it a little bit, but like this color, I'm here for it.
After this continues on, the shadow casts off their dusky illusion to reveal they are Jeff.
Oh!
The other acolyte who was sent to take Des on a tour. Because they're caught up in the whole shadow game.
I'm so sorry. I just talked to you and picked your name that entire time.
No, you didn't.
I didn't think you could talk. Shadows have never talked to me before. Animals have talked to me, yes. Shades occasionally talk to me. Trees definitely talk to me, but shadows, no. Okay. You can talk now.
Well, hi, my name is Jeff. Welcome to the Library of the Veil. Follow me on your tour.
That was your whole introduction?
What more do you want? I already did the cool exit, like...
Fine, well, then I'll just tell you more of my life story as we go. Okay, so, like I was saying,
Perfect.
my older sister, she was doing this thing where we would go...
Desdemona willingly goes on this tour. We flash back now to Gurk in a cage. That's a sound and a half, oh my. Light water drips down from the ceiling into this dank dungeon. And someone is approaching to take a look at their new specimen.
Slipped into my evening wear. Strong of back, furry of chest. Yes. You are the ultimate specimen indeed. You see, this is the library where knowledge goes to die, and unless something goes extinct or never existed in the first place, regular libraries know everything about all the animals. All the creatures, all the beasts, all the intelligent creatures. But you are a mystery creature. Whatever you are, you have been forgotten. And by being forgotten, it makes you a precious asset to my collection of forgotten knowledge. What do you say for yourself? No? No, you haven't. You know what you are?
Gurk knows. Gurk surely knows. It's a lie. Gurk is going to try and deceive Lord Durn. But while Gurk does know and is not really forgotten, would not be a good addition to this collection. Who would like to roll Gurk's deception check? Yes, excellent. Let's see, if you will. Is Gurk a good pretender? Oh! was a close one. It's an 11. It's not the best lie, but it's convincing.
Okay, I'm listening. You, the big tongue. Oh! Oh, I see. I can hear you bleating, and you've got a nice fur coat. You're a sheep. I mean, the ugliest sheep I've ever seen. From some far reaches of the world, but I guess you're a sheep. Well, poppycock. Fool serves me right for looking through the whole list of bizarre creatures. I should have started at the barnyard. Old MacDonald's tobophos himself. Well, then I guess if you're a sheep, I don't need to skin you and read your entrails, hang you above my mantle, write a new entry into the manual. I'll just let all the cultists use you in their next sacrifice. You know, anyway, well, that's a little unfortunate for me, but I mean, I guess at least that my cultists have a proper sacrificial lamb. The sacrificial lamb, of course. Alright, well, I'm going to leave you unattended and just let my cultists deal with you. Why don't I lead you to the pit where all the other sheep are, or goats and sheep and sacrificial animals? And then leave you unattended.
Oh, this works. Maybe a little too well. We rejoined Desdemona with Jeff on the tour. They've entered, it's a fun interactive exhibit at the library, yeah.
We're at the Hall of Forgotten Forms of Torture.
Whoa! Those are all very alarming. Never seen anything like that before.
Well, you said you wanted to learn about death.
That is very scary.
And part of death sometimes is pain. So I thought we'd start with learning about pain.
That sounds fun for you. I maybe prefer something a little lighter, less played and stretched and choked. None of the limb removal, please. I think I've got a good eyeful and learned all I need to know.
So you want to learn about death and pain and the things that your subjects have gone through, but you don't want to go through any of them yourself?
Have they all gone through them? Oh gosh. No, stop. Every single person that comes through the Death Lord's gates, have they all gone through something like this?
Death, pain, heartbreak, sadness, depression, anxiety, money problems.
Steps on the road to death.
That's a fish, but death is better.
So, and then they live for these little glimmers of life, little glimmers of joy and hope. That would be what you brought them, I imagine. I mean, I don't, but.
Well, I never really met many people before, not until I saw them coming through in death. I didn't know they lived such wretched, terrible lives. Okay.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
For example, I work here as an interpreter. You see it in many sort of locations like forts and, farms. They have actors play people who pretend to be part of it, and that's really my torture. This is the forgotten torture, and it's my burden to have to do this.
And then having people correct you about the information that you trained to know.
Oh, I see.
And you're like, I got a BFA from McEwen. I thought this one would do more for me.
Watch yourself. I know pain. Oh, sorry, wrong way. I was just trying to ease it up a little bit here. Well, that sounds awful. Maybe you could tell me something that was one of those glimmers of hope and joy in your life. There must be something you can remember, even though you're stuck here. Can't you?
Perhaps it would help if Desdemona shared her own glimmer of hope. Perhaps in the form of a song.
I could share some of my hope and joy with you, perhaps.
Please.
can start out a little bleak, even when it's so, so sweet.
So sweet.
One of 37,000 siblings. You don't think you'll amount to anything. You sit at the edge of the lake. You cast your eyes across to the shore. I sit with my toes in the water, wondering if there was something more. Then I found, hidden in the sand, a bracelet of gems and pearls. Isn't it grand? Then another, this diadem, and a bracelet, a ring, a set of earrings, about 13 different match sets of pearls. They're so beautiful. I didn't know where they were coming from, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't worry. I was sent away, far from my family and all I'd known, but then my husband gave me this ring and all the power I could hold. All I have to do is reach out and understand the pain of death. Then I'll be able to take my place, not just a wife, but a right-hand woman. It's been so fun, gaining power, all these pretty jewels. Even in death, for me, there can be some joy. Isn't that nice? Isn't that special? Isn't that so sweet?
It's Desdemona.
Jeffrey.
Do we not think that preaching about joy in life and power and death to people that are being tortured might be just like a little tiny bit insensitive?
Yeah, this is supposed to be about the torturing and suffering of things not known. This is pretty known.
I must disagree. I've never felt more hopeful in my life. I could hang here for another century.
All right, I feel like we've done this. We've done this room. We've learned about pain. Time to move on.
They're just gonna stay here?
That would be what the library is, sweetie. Let's go.
What's Jeff's problem?
I don't know. We got coffee and 15 though.
Girk has been led down into a room with a bunch of other animals. There's some actual sheep, and there's a goat, and then Girk is down here, and there's not really anything keeping you here. There's like a little fence. All these other guys, they don't know how to open a gate. They're just sheep and goats. Yeah, it's probably especially that one. Yeah, you might like it also. Yeah. Each and every other animal here, Kirk, is kind of lined up for that motion you just did. Yeah. But you're free to leave. You're free to go like that. Durin brought you down here and then he left. But you're good.
For the ritual. Oh, you're here. Hi. It's interesting that you're down here. Are we supposed to sacrifice you now? I'm not going to kill you, no. I'm going to kill him, yeah. You're saying that Dern brought you down here thinking you were a goat, And now you've made friends with the goats. And so you don't want the goats to die, but you want Dern to die? Yeah, it's because he's gangly. You, me, the goats, we go upstairs, and then we go find a book, and then throw it on Dern. Yeah, that would be nice. He keeps throwing books at me, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm sick of this! I'm sick of this! Listen, I know you're not some goat here to be sacrificed, okay? At first I was like, okay, you're unique and new, and maybe you should be forgotten. But now I realize some things should not be forgotten and are unique and special. And you and me, okay, me? Okay, I'm just an acolyte named Dewey. My heart? Are you saying that I'm special too? Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's grab the leashes and ride these goats right up the stairs.
Formed a ragtag rebellion of farm animals? And they're storming up the stairs. They're headed straight to Lord Dern's office. Meanwhile, this tour with Jeff and Debbie is just going on and on. The library's so big. How many different rooms of books can you look at?
It's not always books. Sometimes it's artifacts.
But in amongst this,
Sometimes it's torture, sometimes it's poison.
That's exactly what I was going to
Weapons,
see.
that's been fun.
in amongst this, something pings in Ness's mind. She hasn't seen Girk since that first room they were in together. Like hours ago.
So now on your left is the hall of sarcophagi. Some of them are used, burying people alive. Very popular form of torture. And so it's difficult to categorize that as a form of torture or as a sarcophagi. And so that was a great debate of the great librarians and collectors of the age. And now you know how I feel.
Jeff, this can't be what you wanted to do with your life. Can it?
I mean, I'm a shadow/death cultist, so yeah, pretty on the money.
But walking through all of these forgotten pieces of knowledge that probably should have been forgotten for a reason, don't you think?
I mean, what if somebody forgets something important, like where they put their keys?
It sounds like a them problem, Jeff, and not a you problem. Sometimes you have to stick up for yourself. Here, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. You are gonna practice telling off these sarcophaguses. Wow. Really get into it. Get really loud. Yell at them. Tell them who's boss.
Where are you going with this, Eddie?
I'm asking you to let that part of yourself out.
So if I yell at the sarcophagi, can we move on?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Tombstone? Okay.
Go ahead. Now really yell. Yell so loud you can't hear anything. Nothing at all.
Sarcophagi.
Not even the door closing.
You. Don't like you? Don't like you?
I'm gonna get a stealth check out of this. I was like, this is a good like self-actualization thing, but no, you have other motives here. Who would like to roll a stealth check for Dez? I will. Yeah. Wow! That's a natural one. Could have gone. This sneaking does not work.
I'm sorry. I thought you were leading me to a self-actualization moment by yelling at the sarcophagi.
You have to finish it. Ow!
As Dez is closing the door, it was casting more and more shadow behind her. And that shadow flows into the room over her, cuts past her leg, and channels itself into Jeff. Here in the Hall of Sarcophagi, Jeff has grown in power. And Jeff doesn't like being tricked.
I don't like being tricked, and I definitely don't like being listened to, but here we are!
Look at how it worked! All that self-actualization and letting out your inner rage. Look at you now!
by its cover. Pardon the pun that we're in a library.
Is Jeff awful?
Yeah, we're friends. Are we trapped me in here like this, but we could have been? Don't do it, Jeff. Perhaps you should check that out. This is my check.
Gurk is up. Gurk has arrived. Looks like we're getting a fight check, folks. Who would like to roll for Jeff the Shadow? Jeff the Shadow. Who would like to roll for Gurk? I saw some hands. Right, sure. Just roll onto the stage here. See, Desdemona is in a tight spot. Will Gurk and the Goat Cavalry be able to help? Oh my goodness! They are tied at 19. The goat is a bonus.
Okay, chilling touch. Entangle! Oh, it won't work on shadows, Gurk. I'm sorry, it's up to you. Don't crunch! There you go. Gust of wind!
The shadow that was Jeff seeds down to the cracks and away.
Yes, I went up. That's all I found. We have to go all the way up. Oh, to fight Lord Dern. Of course, that's very clear. Well, you lead the way with your... Is this whole goat army you have out here? That is very impressive. You have to tell me all about it on the way. Let's go. Taylor Swift trouble.
The two heroes reunited continued their way back up. And they arrived back at that very first room with the black book having collapsed itself back down into an obsidian tome sitting upon a pedestal. And back behind that tome is none other than Lord Dern.
Back into my day wear.
Having found that Gurk was not such a special specimen as he thought, he turned his sights to the other adventurer who had come into the library. And Dern has been preparing a large ritual spell for a magic jar to try and entrap Desdemona, the wife of a death.
I will complete the ritual now. Jaws, jaws, near and far.
You'll never get away with it! I've been here this entire time. Kidnap me! It's me!
Yes, you're exactly what I need for the final part of the ritual.
No!
And then you have to finish my rhyme. Jaws, jaws, near and far.
You're getting this wife, and she's a...
Stop! Great job.
I damn it!
It's okay. In lieu of finishing my rhyme, yeah! Betray me, will you? And some snake blood and some bone dust and I need one more thing for my ritual.
Starbucks.
Starbucks!
Starbucks, the cursed Starbucks, the putrid black ichor that they serve. Well, it's
That
ready.
thing smells absolutely phenomenal.
stand in the circle.
Well, that seems a little suspicious. The drink looks lovely. The
It's
potion
all
looks
yours.
wonderful. For me?
For you.
It's a very kind offer. But I don't think that's really where I'm at in my life right now. Is drinking more potions. So you can go ahead and have it yourself. You don't have to share. Give some to Dewey. Wow.
Oh, Dewey's already part of it.
Don't do it!
In fact, you've already said the only thing that could disrupt this ritual would be if you had one of the many lost obsidian books, and I keep them all under my watchful gaze. Nothing gets past her.
Do you still in your pocket there? Is it?
It's a marsupial pouch. What?
This book?
No!
So if I read from it,
Raise undead! Stop her from reading the book!
raise undead.
Skeletal arms begin shooting up through the cracks and pushing books off of shelves. They begin trying to claw and grab at Desdemona as they begin to get closer.
It's very terrifying.
The arms find that they cannot touch her.
The thing is, Lord Dern, though these are very terrifying, the other side of Death's coin is life. So, I don't think your spells will work on me.
Curses!
And with that, unfortunately, Gurk is not offered the same protections as Desdemona, and the hands begin to claw and cling and pin her back against the wall.
Stop!
Desdemona will have a final chance here to read from the book in time to save Gurk. I'm going to treat it like an Arcana check. I think that makes kind of sense. Who would like to roll Desdemona? How she can read from the book. Let's see.
My language lessons haven't been going very well.
Unfortunately, it shows. It's a 5.
Gurk, I can't read it. I can't find the words and understand. Lord Dirk, take me in Gurk's place. I'll stay. I can find my way through the knowledge of death here and until I'm able to leave. You have to promise Gurk can go.
I suppose. He's already outwitted me once, and I don't like to be embarrassed in my own home. Drink the black ichor and you can go. He can go. Glass jar submerges.
What originally felt like a force field of life, protecting Desdemona against the hands, begins to crystallize and form almost an ashen gray smoked glass jar around her. She has been entrapped within the library as the newest piece of the collection. Have a moment to speak with Des before he is let go to leave the library of the Veil.
I've lived a very long life for 300 years on my island, and 1 year here. But I think I would give that up if you can find your place and your family. Promise me you'll do that? And let them know where I am. I don't know if you're going to like the latest treasure you captured, Lord Dern.
Oh, I highly doubt anyone's gonna come and get you here.
All right. What seems to be the problem, babe?
Hi, honey! force to save my friend, and now I'm stuck in the box. So,
Is that a death woman?
Their name's Aiden, actually.
we can't speak his actual name out loud here. The language cannot be uttered even in this library of death.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
I've made a grave mistake.
Alright, well that was easy.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that is so nice to see you.
Yeah, you too, babe. I'm really glad this whole adventuring thing is working out so well.
Yeah, I will not get caught again next time.
Alright, just don't pinky promise, because then I won't come.
And with that, both of our heroes leave the library. No other late fees incurred. And that has been our song, yegDND.
Thank you, everyone. So much. We have been Sorry Improv. Yeah, sound off.
Michael.
Corina,
Jared.
Grace, Shanni.
I'm Liam. Jing Ting on the keys. Thank you all so much for joining us here. Please follow us on social media at SNS Yeg, at Sorry Improv on Facebook. We have another show, February 4th. It is an improvised spy thriller in the style of James Bond, featuring Michael himself and one of our other talented improvisers called Agent Thunder. So if you want to get tickets to that, please come check us out. Until then, thank you all very much. Have a safe trip home. Good night.